This is 100% true. I started bartending when I turned 21 and worked at same bar for about 2.5 years. This bar was in an old building in downtown of a small suburb. The old type of downtown where all the buildings are like 2 stories and they all share walls. This particular one shared each side wall with another business. To the east was a restaurant, and to the west was another business I cannot fully remember. The north side of the building faced the road and was all glass. Three ceiling, two floor windows, two on the west side, one on the east side, with the glass door separating them. The park was on the street as well, so if you are parked in front of the building you can see in. This will be important later. It was a second-story building, but there was not second floor in the front half. It was all open, with the exposed wire beams. It also had the original old metal fancy ceiling tiles. The back half was the storage room, bathroom and the pool table and jukebox. If you go into the storeroom, there is an area in the back that you can crawl up, and there is an attic area that would be over the pool table area and bathroom. The first experience I had there was actually before I worked there. I had been going to their bar a few months already and had become great friends with the owner and the tenders. Me and one of the girls that tended were standing towards the front of the building, and at this time there was just a curtain covering the door way to storage room because the actual door had become kicked in by the owner's husband. So we were standing by the jukebox, which was on the opposite side of the bar and little bit close to the front, and was both at the same time see a figure walk through the curtain into the storage room. Mind you, there is only two other people in the building, and they were both sitting at the bar. We walked over to the curtain, and it was moving like someone walked through it, and we looked to find no one in the storage room. Months went by with small things happening, like me hearing a woman's voice coming from the attic when I was in the storage room to the water and sink turning on full blast with no one behind the bar. Small things like that, too many to remember completely. The next thing was one of the major things I remember. It was late into the early morning hours, about 3:30 a.m. I had a busy night tending alone. My friend had stayed behind to help me clean up and close down. The whole time we kept hearing a woman talking. We thought it was coming from outside or maybe from the building next to us. As we finished, I always checked all the rooms and every hour to make sure no one was in the building. I walked to the very back to check the bathroom and the back door. Waiting towards the front, it felt like someone was walking so close to me. It felt like someone was breathing on my head. I turned around and immediately felt a breeze of cold air that made my hair on back of my neck stand up. I rushed to set up the alarm and look up. My friend got into her car and pulled off. I was in my car and was backing out of my space that was posed right at the front left window, and I saw there standing in the window a blonde woman standing in a long white dress just staring at me. I stopped and was stunned. I finally put my car in drive and floored it. I got home and I was scared to get out of my car. I called my friend and told her what was going on. That made her talk to me while I walked in my house. The next day I opened and the owner came to help me. I told her what happened the night before, and she told me that I had not been the only person to see the same woman. She had seen her along with several other people, but she told me that she was nice and she just liked to make her presence known. After this, other small things happened. One was my regular sitting at the bar. If you are sitting at the bar, there is a huge mirror with shelves on both sides holding alcohol glasses. But if you look straight, you can see yourself. She had just gotten there and I had just opened, so there was no one else in the bar. I poured her beer and set it down, then walked back to the store to get another bottle of vodka. When I heard her scream at me, I came running back and she said as she was taking a drink she saw a woman walking behind her in the mirror, and when she turned there was no one. But the biggest, most crazy things that happened to me. So a few months prior incident, a group of young adults came in from China and they had a cigarette with Chinese writing on them, and they gave me one. I had a shelf that I kept stuff on my customers gave me. So I smoked half that cigarette and put it on the shelf. So fast forward to 3 or 4 months later, we had fired a bartender a couple days prior. So I had a locksmith come change the lock and I changed the alarm code. Well, I had not told the owner or given her a key yet. The next day I got to work, opened the door when and shut the alarm off and turned around to see that Chinese cigarette smoking in the ashtray. Mind you, every night I put all the ashtrays in the sink to soak. The cigarette had just been a little. There was not a lighter or match inside. There was most freaky, unexplained things that happened to me there, and I am totally afraid.